Hi everybody, Jane here, and today I'm doing my TBR for the readathon March Mystery Madness. That is a tongue twister. So I learned about this readathon through Sarah the Bookish Knitter, and I will link her announcement video below so that you can get more information about who's hosting it. This is the first time I've participated in this particular readathon. It is March, and normally I'm doing middle grade March, which I'm also doing this month. So I've decided to do both because I'm a little crazy and I have a massive TBR this month. You will also see that some of the mystery books are ones that are middle grade to save myself a little bit of extra reading. So where I could combine prompts, I did. But this year, the readathon the prompts are about words in the title or the title. They are not about like the contents of the book. So it's a very vast assortment of books based on the prompts involving the title, plus there is a group read. And I guess I'll actually start with the group read because I do intend to participate in that, and that is The Bachelor Girl's Guide to Murder. And my understanding is this is a historical mystery about some girls who are single, and instead of spending their time trying to find husbands, they open up a detective agency. That sounds right up my alley, and I'm very excited about it. I love historical mysteries. So that is the group read, and I can't wait to participate in that. So on to the prompts. There are 8 prompts for March Mystery Madness. And again, these prompts have to do with the title, and some of them are a bit of a stretch. So the first prompt is a single word, and I am picking this. This is a graphic novel, and it is Clue. I don't know much about it. I can only assume it is based on the game. And this is actually one that I had picked up a little while ago and wanted to read and just haven't gotten around to it yet. So this was already on my TBR, and I thought, well, this is perfect for March Mystery Madness. So I'm planning on reading that probably fairly soon. The next is a number. And for my number in the title, I picked 13 at Dinner. This is a Hercule Poirot mystery by Agatha Christie. So I've been reading the Poirot mystery series in order up to this point. This will be the first one I've read out of order. I'm not sure where it is in the order, but it was a prompt that fit. I like Agatha Christie, I like Poirot, so I thought this should be perfect. My understanding is that Poirot goes to dinner and a lady is joking about, can he murder her husband? And he's like, no, that's not what I do. And then her husband is found murdered. So he has to figure out, did she kill him? Who killed her husband? So looking forward to it. Love Poirot. The next book has to have a person's name in the title. And the one I chose for this was Lucky's Lady. And Lucky is the name, it is a character. I've heard a lot of good things about this author, but I don't think I've ever read them. This book is about a woman who goes back to her hometown because her grandfather has gone missing, and she has to investigate why he is missing and help find him. And apparently she has Lucky's help, and I assume there's a bit of a romance going on, and I'm hoping I really enjoy it. Like I said, I've heard good things about this author, and I believe this was a book that was gifted to me by a friend who said I have to try her, and I just have not gotten around to it. So fingers crossed. I think I'll make it. The next prompt is a book with a place in the title. This is the one that is my crossover for middle grade March, and that is The Lighthouse Mystery with the Boxcar Children. So the Boxcar Children, for anybody who doesn't know, is a middle grade book series about a family of children who go to live with their grandfather, I believe after they're orphaned. For a little while they were living in a boxcar, hence the title The Boxcar Children, and they always get rounded up in these mysteries. So in this particular one, I believe they're seeing some weird things like people walking late at night when they shouldn't be, dogs barking when there's no good reason to, and they have to go and investigate. My daughter may be reading that book as well, so I'm hoping that she does and we can talk about it, and I'm really excited about it. The next prompt is a title that has something to do with space in the title, and I chose The Moon Spinners. My understanding is this is a knitting group who sees what is potentially a murder and they go and investigate it. I love like the knitting club type murder, so I'm really excited about that. The next is a title that has something to do with time. Now, I will tell you this is a bit of a stretch because I think the original intention was for the title to be something like afternoon, evening, morning. Mine is not any of those things. Mine is The Secret of the Old Clock. And this is a Nancy Drew mystery, so it is also middle grade, although I couldn't fit it into my other middle grade prompts. But I don't know exactly what this is about other than it's a Nancy Drew mystery. I read a lot of Nancy Drew when I was younger, but I haven't read them as an adult. So I'm interested to see like the nostalgia I have for it, if I still enjoy it as an adult, because obviously I love mysteries, and since I read these as a kid, it was probably one of the things that got me into mysteries now. The next prompt is a title with a color in it, and I am choosing blue as blue jeans. My understanding is there's a woman who's married to a police officer, and she kind of is helping investigate a murder, or potential murder, a found body. This is one that has been on my shelf for a while. I'm excited to finally read it. And the final book is a book that has something about the weather in the title. This is a book that I am a little nervous about reading, and I'll explain why. So it is Heatwave by Richard Castle. So for a while, when I bought this book, because this was like used at the library, and it is an audiobook, I was really into the Castle Mystery series. I kind of fell out of love with the Castle Mystery series, and like this I bought several years ago, and since then I'm kind of like meh. I didn't finish the series. I just kind of got bored with it and decided it wasn't really for me. So I kind of want to read this and get it kind of just out. I want to give it a good read and call it a day and send it packing on its way. So I don't know exactly what this is about, but it is supposed to be like the story that Richard Castle from Castle wrote. We'll see. But it is an audiobook, which is one of the reasons I picked it, because at the end of the month, at the end of March, I have a trip down to Tennessee to take my kids to visit their dad. So I will have time on the ride up to hopefully read most or all of this. And then I'll finish it afterwards. So I am excited about it. It's not terribly long. It's 6.5 hours, which is just slightly longer than my drive. So hopefully we'll be close to getting it finished. But yeah, so I'm excited to get this read. I'm actually really excited because almost everything that I'm reading in this TBR is something that I own, or quite a few. So Heatwave is, this one is one that I own. This one is one that my daughters own, so I'm not sure if that counts or not. This one is library. This one is owned. Well, I think I should say this is one that may not have ever been returned to the library because my kids are in virtual school, but it has a school library sticker on it. Might have to investigate that. I found it on their bookshelves though. Then Lucky's Lady is owned. Then 13 at Dinner, that is library. The Bachelor Girls is library, and Clue is library. But still, one of my goals has been to read more books off my shelf, and the fact that like half of that TBR is stuff off my shelf is really exciting me. So, have you read any of these? And if so, what were your thoughts? No spoilers, please. Are you participating in March Mystery Madness? And if so, what books are you reading for that? I can't wait to dig into them and participate, and I'm so excited to be reading the group books and just in general to be doing all of these readathons for March. We'll see how it goes. It's a lot of books, so I'm a little overwhelmed, but overall very excited. So this is Jane, and I'll see you next time. My social media is below. Also below are links to my books. I am an author of romance, a mystery someday, but it's not out yet. Though one of my romances does have a mystery subplot, and that is The Wolf's Pregnant Bride. That one does have a mystery subplot because somebody's murdering werewolves and they have to go investigate. But no straightforward mysteries. Anyway, books are below. If you are on Audible, my books are on Audible, so you can get them with your credits. If you are in Kindle Unlimited, you can read them, several of them for free. They are also on Overdrive, so if your library has Overdrive, you can see if possibly you can borrow them from there. And they are generally available anywhere books are sold. Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Amazon, etc. Alright guys, have a good day. Can't wait to get reading, and can't wait to hear what you're reading about in March. Bye.